Welcome back everyone, I'm Craven and this is Cold Steel 2. We are back at Thors Academy and we are in the epilogue of the game, so it's time for us to talk to everyone and enjoy our final moments, which will probably take a multitude of episodes, knowing me, and enjoy the little things we can still see here. And I'm pretty sure, if not today, then it will be in the morning, that there's gonna be a whole heap of quests that we can probably do just to round things off. And who knows, maybe even an extra dungeon. But for now, let's go walk around, talk to everyone. And I've already seen on the map that we can only go to the academy, so it's nice and locked down for us. And it looks like we have two places we need to be, but the quest did say that Toa is where the story will advance, so we can go inside the engineering building. And I'm hoping or thinking that maybe Valimar is there having some maintenance done, but we'll see when we get there. Alright, let's start going over the place. So no one's here close by. Yeah, might as well go straight to the rooftop and start our rounds from there. And look to see if we can find anybody hiding anywhere in the corners. Oh, to tell you the truth, I've been feeling kinda jealous of your class lately. I mean, I know things are tough for you and your classes are way harder than anyone else's, but you all just seems like you're having so much fun together and nothing ever gets you down. It looks so nice. Oh yeah, did you hear about the flea market they're doing over in the auditorium tomorrow? Melinda and I have just gotta see what they've got. Flea market in the auditorium? Oh, I'm definitely gonna be there. Maybe we can buy some unique stuff and round off some collections. Hey Makarov, why are you all alone? Why is Mary not with you? Do you know how tough it is to do these special lessons for your kids? I got more than enough on my hands with just one set of lessons. But you guys just had to have your own, didn't you? Well, I'm sure it's a ton of work. We really can't thank you enough for doing all of this for us. Whatever. Yeah, my current workload is a headache, but I'm sure it will be upgraded to a migraine next year rolls around. Due in no small part to the damn building over there. Ooh, that's new. Oh, the one that's supposed to house Valimar and all of those soldiers. The Imperial Army asked the Academy to build it, didn't they? Yeah, asked. It isn't really the right word though. And it's not the first time. They made us take those combat shells too. They even made me help with it since I worked on that touchy. Just finished it up a few days before you came back to Crossbow. Well, I didn't know that. They haven't given us any soldiers to put in there yet, but it's probably just a matter of time. I bet they're gonna be as common on the battlefield as tanks soon enough. Okay, so this is already foreshadowing that in Cold Steel 3, soldat combat will probably just be part of the curriculum and we'll be using them just as normally as normal fights. Yeah, it's kind of scary to think how much has changed in Erebonia already since the end of the war. And this is probably only the beginning. Well, that's life. Nothing stays the same forever. Just don't spend so much time worrying about the future that you forget about what's happening in your life right now. Basically, don't freak out about the future of Erebonia when you've got your own shit to deal with. Like next week's test, Yeah, I'll be sure to study extra hard for this one. Maybe I should drop by that building and pay Valimar a visit later though. Oh, we definitely will. Honestly, you'd be better off if you didn't sweat what's to come. You're a student, act like it. Your biggest worry should be the test next week. Today's material is gonna be on it too, so you might as well start studying. No, I think I'll wait till after my free day. It's nearly time for me to bow out of my academic career. Have the preparation been made for my return to my family's lands, Sarifa? Of course. Everything is arranged for you to start managing them from the moment you arrive. I've also finished networking with all the other second years, so that you may remain in contact with them. Huh, splendid. All is well then. With the Empire as it stands, it is more imperative than ever that we fresh young graduates stay connected. And what better contact than maintaining those connections than Vincent Florald, noble and patriot. I can feel the inspiration from here, Master Vincent. My remaining time in this academy shall be as sad and beautiful as the sunset sky. Nary a dry eye will be seen in these halls. While my responsibilities in administering the Floral family's land and unifying the graduation second years will deny this fine institution my presence. I shall live on in the memories of my dear sister and the hearts of the fair, beautiful maidens of this academy. I apologize for interrupting what is clearly a deeply emotional moment for you, but I can sense Lady Margarita's imminent approach. Sarifa, we must flee at once. Tonight will be spent on the lamb at that cafe in Trista. As long as Master Vincent refuses to elucidate his intentions, I fear this cycle will only continue to repeat. He must either cataclysmically decline her advances or accept her with open arms and puckered lips. There's no middle ground. It is true. That's the only way you can deny Marguerite, and that is by just being very extremely clear with her. But when that happens, inform every other guy in the academy, because we're gonna go in hiding. From where did Margarita get the notion that we were engaged in the first place? I said nothing of the sort. I'm afraid that if we continue on this track, she will one day turn up on my doorstep wearing a bridal gown. No, perish the very thought. Definitely perish the very thought. And I'm sure there is a perfect man for Margarita, but I doubt Vincent is the one. Oh, I don't think anyone expected the trouble in Crossbelt to come to an end so quickly. It just shows the sort of thing Chancellor Osborne is capable of. Of course, attributing that solely to him would be ignoring all of your hard work. Hardly. I did what I was told. Rean, try not to let your spirit sink, okay? As hard as it might be, try not to let the world bring you down, okay? I'm sure everything will work out. Ideals is always watching over us after all. Yeah, and that's the one thing I fear as well with Rean, that when everything is done, that he will be just a lonely mess eventually. So I'm hoping Class 7 will stay in touch with him no matter what happens, especially Alyssa. But we'll have to see in the future. I've decided to join a military band in the Imperial Army after I graduate. I want a career that gives me the chance to show people the strength of music, and where better to show the strength than in the military. It'll let me put the skills I've picked up at the academy to use too. I'll keep showing people the strength of music, just in the military now. I'll just have to make sure I put the skills I pick up at the academy to use. We had to pick a new hat for the Wind Orchestra a while back, so obviously I put my name forward. But everyone voted for Bridgie. She didn't even volunteer to be a candidate in the first place. I really wanted to. I wonder why nobody voted for me. What a mystery. Oh well, I'm sure Bridgie will make for a great leader. Sounds like things are going really well with Alan too. Uncle Makarov and Instructor Mary could stand to learn a thing or two from them. Yeah, as far as I've seen, Mary and Makarov are still on the same level they were before all the events. Oh, I wonder how Alan did against Patrick today. Hopefully well, after that energizing lunch I made for him. I guess trying to support your significant other in every way possible is just a part of being in love. I hope you find the time to spend with someone you care about today too, Rean. Thanks, I'll try. It has officially been 3 months since I started dating Alan. It's so cute the way he always tries to act so serious, even when we're alone. It might even be cuter then. That's good to see, that I finally officially boyfriend and girlfriend, and for a while too. You know about the flea market tomorrow, right? Well, the Wind Orchestra is going to be performing on the auditorium stage in the afternoon for a little background music. It's just one of the fun things after another at Thors, isn't it? We'll be performing for the flea market tomorrow. I can hardly wait. It's gonna be a blast. That I surely do think it will be. And if we can, we will be there. Oh, weird to think tomorrow's the last free day of the year. I'm gonna have to go exploring. Better start drawing a map and planning out the day now. I don't want to waste a single hour. If I've only gotten one last day to explore, I'm gonna make sure I see everything there is to see around here. Starting with that cool sounding flea market they're doing in the auditorium. Oh, I received a job offering from the Sumerian Railroad Corporation, so that's where I'll be working after graduation. They're going to be introducing something called a buffet car? So to certain trains? Apparently. They want my help with it. I certainly didn't see myself working for a train company, but traveling the country concoction new dishes sounds like a dream. I'll give it my chance to see how this nation is shifting from a variety of places too. The Sumerian Railroad Corporation offered me a job, so I decided to take it. It is kind of sad to think that my time in this club is coming to an end though. I suppose that's life. Williams too, come to think of it. She seems happy enough on the outside, but I wonder how she feels deep inside. I wonder that too, to be honest. God, I know she's happy with Class 7 and everything that's been going on here. So I'm hoping, even though it might sound a little bit bad, that at least she's a little bit sad. Because if she is, for her, that means so much progress. Oh, I brought Linda from some of the flowers I grew in the gardening club to use as a model for her painting. Do you want some too? They smell super sexy, just like me. A good sniff of them will cheer you up in no time. Oh, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. You mean the flowers and you? Damn, Vivi. Very forward, but at the moment I'm invested in another person. But hang in there, you never know if that's gonna change. I do appreciate the thought, but I think I'm good on flowers for now. Yes, so, but who'd want to paint some lousy flowers when they have a pretty Vivi just waiting to pose for them? Her loss. I'll be taking over Claire's position as head of the art club once she graduates. Not that I feel like I'm up for the task, but that won't stop me from trying. I can't live in fear of overstepping my comfort zone, not with you all doing what you're doing. I still don't feel like I'm quite ready to take over the art club. But if I don't do it, nobody else will. And I can't live in fear of stepping out of my comfort zone forever, can I? Nope. Sometimes if you really want something so much, you can't do anything but just step out of your comfort zone. And it will be hard. But when you do, I promise, you would be very proud of yourself for ever doing it. Even if you fail. I wasn't able to figure out why painting felt so empty to me this past month. Well, not until you came back. All of a sudden, that emptiness is completely gone. Clearly, I like your company. Clara always says that painting reflects the heart of their artist. It looked like she was absolutely right. That's actually really sweet. The fact that he just openly says that he missed me. Well, I'm sure Rean missed you as well, guys. You and the rest of Class 7. Well, painting really does reflect the heart of their artist. Clara definitely knows her stuff. But if I can only paint when you're around, I'm in for some rough times. Yeah, rough times I don't want to think about just yet. Well, extenuating circumstances have led me to an opening an exhibition in Heimdallr. More specifically, our club advisor took the liberty of showing off the piece I made during the war to everyone she could. Now I've got people saying they want to become my sponsor or some garbage like that. None of that matters to me. I just wish they shut up and let me work. Well, I suppose it's not at all bad. They are offering me an awful lot of money apparently. I can use that to set up my own atelier away from anyone who would try to talk to me and distract me from my work. Yeah, I think we've talked to her enough, because I have a feeling she's thinking we are distracting her a little bit. You just gotta love all the different characters we have around the academy. It's gonna be weird when a lot of them are gone on the next game, for whatever reason. But we'll get over it. We'll learn new characters that will be just as lovely, and I'm pretty sure if we travel around the entirety of Erebonia once again, we'll come across them in what they're doing right now, and that will be brilliant as well, I'm sure. I would have thought you'd be back in your dormitory by now to get everything in order for tomorrow. Now that you're here, however, there's one thing I would like to ask you. How fares Arkansas over Crossbell? You should know after your recent venture? I can't say, I'm afraid. I didn't really get the chance to see what they're up to. I wish I could have, though. Maybe next time. Reasonable. I was just worried as to Rixia's Mao's well-being. There have been rumors of late that the group's star performer has been gravely injured and is in the process of recovery. I've been worried that her absence may be placing additional stress on Rixia. Forget I said anything. You wouldn't think he was such a devoted fan just looking at him. Yeah, and I think we shall keep it a secret that we fought her. And possibly are the ones that injured her, so... yeah, let's just let him be a fan. I wonder how he'd react if I told him that I think I actually ran into her and fought her too. Actually, I probably shouldn't tell him about the whole fighting thing, and I can hardly believe it happened myself. Yeah, because if we tell him we fought her, he's gonna make all the time we spent here very, very hard, I'm sure. Putting Rixia's Mao aside for now, I do suggest that you try to return to your dormitory soon to get some rest for tomorrow. It would be a terrible way to spend your final free day of the year, too tired to be productive. Yeah, I feel the same way and I know exactly what you mean. If it isn't Rean Swarter, allow me to give you my belated congratulations on your incredible work over in Crossbell. Though it does break my heart that such a heavy burden should fall to a student such as yourself. Oh, don't feel bad, sir. I was the one who chose to accept Crossbell's government's request after all. Besides, it wouldn't do me any good to run away from this. The role I've been given is difficult, but I'll see it through to the end. I ended up meeting some interesting people over there too. I have no regrets. Then I shall only say one more thing. I'm sure your days ahead will be full of hardships, but be sure not to lose sight of yourself as you face them. That is all the advice I can give you. Thank you, sir. General Van Dyke was my superior back when I was in the armor. As such, I'm planning on granting you a bit of additional assistance. Is something wrong, Swarter? Oh, no, sir, not at all. I wouldn't be surprised if Principal Van Dyke knew something. But now's not the time to start asking. I am sure that many hardships lie in store for you, but never lose sight of yourself as you struggle to overcome them. That is all the advice I can give you. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure Rean knows, same as with Claire, that the things they know and the things they do, I'm sure they did with the best of intentions. Even though we all know that the worst things ever imaginable have been done under the guise of good intentions. Let's hope this one is not one of them. Oh, I think it's wonderful that you've all resolved to do what's best for you. Rather than following the path life laid out for you, you're taking your life into your own hands and forging new trails. Making it through the war was clearly had a positive effect on all of you. Making it through the war was clearly had a positive effect on all our students. Now it's my turn to follow their lead. My family's been telling me that I have to settle down ever since the war ended. That unfortunately would mean quitting this job. I'm really going to have to think about this one. Well, before you quit, can you make sure you get that connection with Makarov going? For your own sake? Well, I've been back for 3 whole days now. Have people finally stopped hounding you with questions? Sound like you've hardly had a moment of peace at first. Well, everyone knew where I'd been. The whole country knows. What with the Chronicle running those stories about me? I can't blame them for being curious. Well, it's one of those things you'll probably just have to get used to, at least as long as you're the hero in the public eye. Don't think about it too much. Just be sure to make good use of tomorrow. Both for yourself and for those who no longer can. Thanks, I will. Alright, time to get back to work. I want to get all this boring stuff done, so I can hit the town tomorrow. I should probably get in touch with Toval and Miles to check on a few things too. Yeah, you can say what you want, and she really isn't your typical teacher, but you do know that she does have the best interest of her students. Ah, yes, why hello, Rean. How goes your studying? I'd be more than happy to help you if you're having any sort of trouble. Well, thanks for the offer, but I think I'll be alright. I've got the Machias and Emma support system keeping me on the ball. If that offer extends to next year though, I'm sure I'll be taking you up on it then. Ah, by all means. Nothing in this world makes me happier than lending a hand to students in need. But can you believe the academic year is so close to its end? I'd just love to see it off with a big old party, wouldn't you? I think you're onto something. Ah, it's so hard to get everyone together in one place now though. Instructor Neidhart is always busy with his army duties too. I would have just loved to ring out the school year with a big party, but perhaps it just wasn't meant to be. Maybe not, but I'm still hoping that at some point the party will get started. It's a potted plant grown by Fee. It gives off a gentle, calming aroma. I do love those though. Even though we didn't exactly pick that one. Oh, the sunset's beautiful tonight, isn't it? The lino flowers have started blooming throughout town as well. I suppose you could say that they're getting ready to see everyone off as they take their next step in their lives. Well, no matter what you think the flowers are up to, try to make your last free day worthwhile. But stay out of harm's way. I'll try. Oh, the lino flowers have started blooming throughout town as well. I suppose you could say they're getting ready to see everyone off as they take their next steps in their life. Nobody here sleeping? Nope. It's all quiet here for today. Both the students and the instructors seem so restless right now. Not that it comes as a surprise, but if they stay at Thors or go elsewhere, they'll have a brand new environment to adapt to. But new beginnings are part of nature of spring, and that's not a bad thing. Yeah, because next year there's gonna be a whole bunch of new students enrolling in the academy as well. And that's a very interesting thing and things to look forward to. I wonder if we are going to meet new students, if they're going to be people that we know from before, from like the missions we did or the towns we visited. Part of me hopes that at least one or two will be like that. The flea market tomorrow is a joint project between merchants of Trista and some volunteers first years. It's going to be quite the occasion, so I'm just about right for the last free day of the year if you ask me. I'll be there to see it for sure. Tomorrow's flea market is going to be a sight to see, going by all the work that's gone into it. I better stop on by. Yes, you better should. Alright, that's the entire academy main building done. Now to start off with the surrounding areas.
Oh, where in the world could my little sugar plum have disappeared to? Most men would be glued to the arm of a fiancé as delectable as I am. Vincent must just be feeling shy. There's no much time until he graduates though. I'll have to find him so we can spend his final hours at Thors together. Where could my noble escort be? With his graduation so close at hand, I'll have to crack him down so we can close out the time at Thors together.
You go for it, girl. You have my support all the way.
Oh, I could probably...
Yes, you can. And since we're already done, this is more for relaxation purposes, trust me. At least I hope so. I don't hope we're gonna get the hardest fish on our line, cause I'm still feeling it in my fingers sometimes.
Caught one!
Yeah,
Holy chain.
Huh.
I wonder if you haven't caught everything yet, if the fishing areas around Trista is a viable way of getting those last few.
Caught one.
Ooh, all kind of accessories. Is the game going crazy and give me all kinds of free stuff? Since we are at the end. Ooh, this is a very hard one.
Not what I had in mind. Huh.
And of course, a smelly, a very small one too. Small and very makes the weirdest word. And yeah,
Not
it is
what
a
I had in
crab,
mind.
so I'm pretty sure it's smelly too. Alright. Let's get the last bit out of here as well.
Not bad.
Not bad. It's a good fishing trip.
The new seeds I've planted have finally started to sprout. It'll be a while before we get to see any flowers though. I was hoping I'd actually have the chance to raise these ones myself, but it wasn't meant to be. The new seeds I've planted have finally started to sprout.
Where are you going, Fee? Because technically you'll be a second year at Thors Academy, isn't it? Because I can maybe somewhat understand if Rean is going to be in a different class or anything like that, but you'd still be here, right? Or am I missing something?
Oh, the flowers inside all of our hearts have seen better days. Mine and Fee's included. That's nothing to worry about. I'm sure the spring's warm caress will thaw them out and return them to normal. The flowers inside all of our hearts have seen better days.
Yeah, alright, so shall we go to the swimming pool or to the old schoolhouse? Seeing as the engineering building has Valimar, I think I'm gonna choose to go to the old schoolhouse and then maybe have a quick look at Valimar. Can we go inside? The doors are firmly shut. I wonder if we still have the keys to go inside. I haven't even thought about that before. Like, if I want to go in there tomorrow during the free day, would we be able to? Do we still have the keys? Ah, good old friend. Looks like George has given the bike a bit of a tune-up. Can't wait until I get another chance to ride it. Yeah, I know what you mean, man. I definitely do.
Oh.
Hey there, Rean.
Ooh, has Angelica made her own new bike?
Looks like someone's done with class for the day.
Yep, just got out. Wait, is that?
Yep, Angie's brand new bike.
We started building it for you, but then we had a change of heart. I just couldn't tear you away from your current ride after you'd grown so attached.
Now I feel bad, considering I pretty much did just that to you. Your new one's got a pretty cool design, though.
Don't get too jealous. Specs are pretty much the same as yours. Well, before Angie tunes it up and adds her custom gear for distance riding, that is.
But distance riding would mean... You're planning on going off on some big journey, aren't you?
Is she? Oh, then we have to miss her.
10 points to Rean. I just felt like it was time for me to go out and see the world for myself.
I do hope we'll see her in other games as well. But I'm probably gonna think that about all the characters. Cause you do tend to grow attached to all of them.
My martial arts teacher did the same thing once, so I'm sure it'll be a valuable experience for me. The plan for now is to travel through the entirety of Zemuria.
That's not a very specific plan. And a pretty sizable journey.
You can say that again. I've no idea where she finds the energy.
Oh, really now? Your plan to visit the continent's most famous engineering factories is pretty much exactly the same thing.
So George is gonna go too?
You really think so?
I take it you'll be leaving Erebonia for a while too, George?
Seems that way. First stop's Liberl and ZCF. Always wanted to see it.
Trust me, I've been there. It's a great location to go to.
After that, I got my heart set on a trip to the Epstein Foundation over in Lemont State. While I'm at it, I think it'd be nice to pay a visit to the Verne Company in Calvert, too.
Will you even be able to get into Calvert at this point?
Hey, I didn't say it'd be easy, but I think I can pull some strings. The real reason for this trip is to figure out what I can do as an engineer to help smooth over our international relations.
A very noble goal.
Meeting the continent's finest engineers and discussing things with them should really help get the ball rolling on that.
And who knows, you might learn some new techniques.
You've thought that far ahead. That's really admirable. I hope you can find a way to make that happen, even though I feel kind of hypocritical saying that, as someone who participated in the war.
Don't beat yourself up over it, Rean.
You have nothing to be ashamed of. That was your only option, given the way the Chancellor set things up.
Yeah, and that is the way how Osborne liked to do things. Giving you an option, even though there are no options.
Your actions actually helped us avoid an even longer, more brutal war.
But
Angie's right. You played a role that no one else could have. Just think. If things kept going the way they were going, we could have been at war with all of Crossbell. I don't even want to imagine the number of lives that would have been lost if you hadn't stepped in the way you did.
Of course, us telling you whether or not you should feel guilty doesn't matter. It all comes down to you facing your own feelings over what you did. But there's one thing we'd like you to remember as you do. You're not alone, Rean. You've got friends who understand why you did what you did.
sometimes I wonder how I was lucky enough to get such good ones. Thanks, you guys. This really helps.
Don't mention it. On a completely different note, why don't you pay Valimar a visit while you're here? We spared no expense making sure he'd be nice and cozy in there.
Then we're gonna go in there and then you see Valimar on like a really flashy couch with curtains and chains everywhere, like some kind of pimp. If they did that, I wouldn't take it seriously, but I would respect it.
I think I will. But not to discredit your coziness efforts or anything, but he seems fine no matter where I leave him.
Well, aren't you a sweet chevalier? Maybe I'll check in on him in a bit too.
Well, you definitely can. You can imagine that my father wasn't exactly thrilled with my decision, but he gave in eventually. I suppose I should be grateful for having such an understanding father. And such a hard head. There's no telling when I'll be back, but I guarantee that I'll be even more awe-inspiring than I am right now. Oh, and the stories I'll have to tell. You've got a lot of to look forward to. And as soon as the graduation ceremony is over, I'll hit the road. I am curious as to how things will go back home with the situation being what it is, but, well, I think it's best that I focus on my own journey and nothing else. I only get one shot at this, right? So true. And you've a right to have your own life, right? Well, this tour of mine is not gonna be easy with the international climate the way it is, but I'm still excited to get started. I'm going to learn a ton about technology, about how a nation's culture affects its people and its engineers. I can't wait. I just hope to see all that stuff helps me figure out what I should be doing with my future too. I plan on going seeing Professor Smith before I head off. Seems busier than ever these days though. Which means he'll probably just tell me to get lost, but hey, at least I'll be able to say I tried. That is true, and I think that's the only way you should be looking at it. Okay, so we still have a lot of our own Sepith left. I'll leave it as it is until we actually have to use it for something. Make your way to the hangar? Yes. Night Solid Storage Area.
Hey Valimar, how you holding up?
Relatively comfortably. My ability to self-repair means that maintenance is not mandatory, but I expect it will increase my operating efficiency.
Glad to hear it. This is going to be our new home base for the time being, so you can get in as much maintenance as you need. I'm gonna need you a lot in the days ahead, Valimar.
I will strive to meet your expectations.
Something wrong?
Not as such. I thought I sensed something unusual, but it must have been my imagination.
You really are getting to be scarily human these days, you know?
Well, he's developing together with you.
What was it you sensed, though? A person?
I am unsure. It may have simply been a fluctuation in the earth veins below us.
Foreshadowing?
Similar fluctuations are hardly abnormal.
Well, if you don't think it's anything worth worrying about, I'll try and put it out of my mind. If you sense anything strange in the future, though, let me know, okay? You can tell me... telepathically was the word, right?
Indeed. I shall use it to inform you should I sense anything is amiss.
Great. And is that also part of our connection deepening? That we can talk over distances with each other? Which is quite logical, seeing as he is a Divine Knight. How else will they be in contact? And it looks like we have the potential for 2 more soul dust to be in here. But who knows? Maybe in the future this hangar will be gigantic. Be at ease, Rean. I shall inform you of impending danger should anything be amiss. This is an ideal opportunity for you to rest and recover from your missions. See it as you see fit. Time is a valuable thing which cannot be reversed. Yeah, you're right. Thanks. I'll try and take it easy. You needn't thank me. Well, we still see you as a friend, Valimar, so yes, indeed will thank you. Alright. So that means we are roughly halfway through the Academy grounds, and we've done one of our mandatory events before continuing on with the story. So I think I will leave the episode right here, because we've had a lot of very long episodes over the last week or so. So a really nice, a little bit shorter one might be nice to do as well. So next time we're gonna do the other half of the Academy, and of course speak with Toa in the process before heading down to the let's just say dormitory and plan for whatever tomorrow will be on our free day. But until then, I wish you all a great night, morning, day, wherever you are. And if you're still here, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and be back next time as we continue in the evening walking all over the Academy.
Right.
See you then. Bye bye.